and welcome to my craft room. My name is Michelle Wells. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from Tasmania, Australia. Thank you for joining me for 12 days of Christmas fun. Today I am doing project number 3. But before we get started, just a couple of things. If you comment below on the Facebook Live today, or you comment when it's on YouTube, please comment there as well, and subscribe if you would like to. But I'm going to give away for at the end of the 12 days of Christmas fun. I'm going to be giving away 12 projects that I'll be making it throughout the 12 days. So if you'd like to win that set, just comment. So every comment I'll put into a draw. I've got a few in there already for the first 2 days. So but if you live internationally, I can't send out the whole kit to you out, but I'm going to do 2 drawings, one for the kits and one internationally for 2 of my cards that I create, or even some other little project. I don't know which one I'll send, but if you live overseas, I can post a card and a little project, or I don't know what yet, but I'll work that out when I get to the end. But before I get started, I'll see if I can find myself, and hopefully I can see comments today. I've changed something up, so if I can't, well, it beats me. But anyway, I'll pop that aside while I'm trying to find myself on here and see if I can get comments. I have lost what I was going to share. So where did that go? It disappeared. Oh, there it is. Today, before I get started, today the Joy to the World paper pumpkin kit has become available for customers. So this little kit here is $37, and it makes, like I said, 8 elegant Christmas cards, and has everything in there except for the block. And you need a D block. Actually, I'll try to find that one so I can show you. So you'll need a D block as well. If you're a beginner stamper and you've never done it before, this would be a great gift for you, a great kit for you. So like I said, it has everything in there that you need. The only thing you'll need is a block. So like you'll need a block like this to put your stamps on, but it comes with everything. So if you're wanting to like to start stamping, this would probably be a good way for you to start. So, but if you're interested in purchasing this kit, you can contact me. Like, I'll have all the details below where you can contact me by phone. But you can also contact me at shelley.rose@hotmail.com, or you can just send me a message on this private message on this page that you're watching from. So, but like I said, I've just put an order in for a couple of my customers that can't do it online, but I'm happy to do it for you. So, but like I said, you'll need a block. Okay, so hi Paulie. So what time is it over there? So, is it the time that I said? So, hi Julianne, thanks for joining. Hi Christy, thanks for joining. Hi Susan, and anybody else that is popped on. So I can see comments today, yay for me. So I'm going to get started because I'm on a bit of a tight schedule today. As you probably, some of you already know, it's my little grandson's birthday today. He turned 3. So I've got to do a lot of things before I go and see him this afternoon after daycare. So anyway, it is 6 p.m. I wasn't sure. I thought it was either 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. I was sort of like taking a judgment on one of the when Lisa does her lives, and she does it around 7 o'clock, and it's similar time to us here. So hi Martha, thanks for joining. So anyway, I'm going to get started. So we're going to make this little project here. If you know me, this is one I'm going to make, but I've made many of these boxes. These are some of the ones that I've made before. So I decided that I wanted to create this one again because I have little gifts that would fit just nicely in these little boxes. So actually, I've just got a pop-up coming up there. So I'll just get rid of that. So, and I make a lot of these boxes. So actually, what happened there? It's taken me to another live, and I don't want another live. I was popping up another page. So anyway, so I've made, like I said, several of these boxes, and this is a little one I'm going to make today, but I'm going to make 2 of these for my little grandsons for Christmas. So I'm going to be using, I've actually cut him out, but I'm not going to show you how I cut that out, but I'm going to go through all the steps of how I did it. But in here, just to give you an example, I've got a little bottle of perfume. So this is just one of the little sample ones, and I've got 2 little Hershey, I think they're called Hershey, little Reese. I've got 2 little Reese buttercup chocolates. So, and they're quite a nice size. So I've fit those in there, and I've still got tons of room in there to fit a whole heap of other stuff. So I'm going to pop this aside, and I'm not going to eat any more of those Reese because I'm allergic to, well, I am lactose intolerant. Having some of those things lately has given me a gut ache, so I'm not going to eat any more of those. So I'm trying to give them away. So that's what we're going to do today. So the stamp sets that I've used, like I said, I've used Warm and Toasty for the little reindeer, and and just for you, I'm going to use that one there. So I'm using that for that, and I'm also using the Pines Woods dies, and I'll be cutting out this little die here. I'll be using on the tree to cut that tree out, and I'm also using I'm also using in the pines just for the little bit that looks like the ground. So I'm using that part there. So alrighty, so I'll put that aside so I don't lose that. I've got everything all pre-done there, all mounted up on my. So I'm going to bring in my thank you, Christy. They are cute. So and in my other one here, just quickly before in my other one here, and I've just got little note cards in mine, so that's an idea of what you can put in them too. So I've just got note cards in that one, and that coordinates with that set. And in this other one, I'll quickly show you that one. In this one, I've only got some left, and they're just little Christmas cards that coordinate with in there. So you could make this little card kit up. So and another thing, just before I start, I know it's way up there, I will show you tomorrow. I was meant to show you something I made. Actually, I will see if I can get up and get it. Okay. Yesterday when I was doing the bonbons or cracker boxes or whatever you'd like to call them, I'll pop that aside for a second. I was meant to show you, I haven't quite finished this one, but I was meant to show you this little one here that I've done in DSP. And like this is just, it's very lightweight and that, but I am going to make another one of these. But that is a lot taller, and I think that one is, I'll work it out, it is 8.5, so that one is 8.5 long, like, so yeah, it makes that'd make a lot bigger. I was meant to show you that yesterday, but watch this space because I'll have a few more things to show with that one. So back to what we were doing. So I've got my trimmer out, And like I said, I've already got things all pre-cut here, but I'm going to go through, I'll go through each bit as I go along. So I've got a piece of real red, and this is what I'm going to do with for my box. I'm going to pop it into my trimmer. So this is our A4 size cardstock here in Australia. So I'm going to grab my piece, and the first score I'm going to do is, actually I'm going to cut it first. I'm going to cut it at 6.5. So we're going to do 6.5, and we don't need that piece anymore. I'm going to turn it on the long side, and we're going to cut it at 11.5. So this little box is going to be 6.5 by 11.5. So that little piece can go. And on the long side here, the first score we're going to do is we're going to make sure your cutting blades down. First score is going to be 1. Then we're going to slide it along to 2.25, and 2.25. Then we're going to go 6.25, which is just a little, like just before that line there. So 6.25, and then we're going to go 7.5. And I've really got to make sure that I score these. I don't seem to push down. I'm just going to go back and give them another because I noticed yesterday when I was trying to, I'm not pushing hard enough down and I can't see. So I'm just going to give those another. So like I said, those scores were 1, 2.25, 6.25, and 7.5. So I've got that side. So then we're going to turn it around to the 6.5 inch side, and we're going to score it at 1.25 on each side, just on those two sides. So we're going to do it on this one. So 1.25 on this side, and then we're going to turn it around and do 1.25 on this side. Okay, so that is all we need to do with the trimmer. So, hi Natasha, how are you? Thanks for joining. Hi Kathy, thanks for joining. So, so now we've got our box. You'll notice up here you've got the two score lines, and then you've got 2 score lines down here. These 2 score lines is going to be and the big part down here is going to be the so when you fold it over, I'll score it and I'll show you what I mean. So, and I'll just score all this before I actually make sure I'm in view, because I tend to get out sometimes. So I've got all that. So this part here is going to be the top of your box. So it's going to be the top where you cut the little lip out. And these 2 little parts here, I forgot to do that one, are going to be the little bits that tuck into your box. So, but before we get started, so the top of your box where you've got the two little score lines, like you've got your score line and your score line, and the top, we're going to grab our snips and we're going to cut. So I'm going to turn that over because it's easier for me to cut into those grooves. So we're just going to cut those little tabs off. So this is up the top of that box. And make sure you cut. Okay, so I'm going to cut that in. And I'm just going to miter that little bit in there too. Then we're going to cut this one as well. And we're going to miter that one in as well. And while you're going on this one, we're going to chop a little bit of this off. So not cut in to there. And then we're going to repeat it on the other side. So we're going to cut this little piece off, and I might just cut that in a miter while I'm going. So we're going to cut this piece off. We don't need this piece. And I'm just going to cut that piece off. And then we're going to miter that piece as well. And then we're going to cut that. So you can have this as, I need to do that a bit more. Okay, so you should have that so far. Then we're just going to cut down both these score lines here, just to the first score line. And this is what we're going to use to create that, the flaps like that, yeah, glued down. I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to miter those ends. So you're just giving a little trim. And then you're just going to do the other side, and we're all ready to start assembling this and getting it all ready to go. So has anybody made any of these boxes before? So like you've seen what I've made heaps, so I love boxes. I love 3D. I've got a box coming up like in one of my lives, like one of my 12 days of Christmas fun, and I actually seen a box that that one's just a little bit crooked. I got a box from somewhere, and I'll show you the box that I reproduced. I remade that box from. So I often, if I've got a box and I like a box that I see, I will pull it apart and remake that box. So, and that's how sometimes I come up with all these creations. So but anyway, so now we've got our box, and it's like, so once it all goes up, once it all goes together, it will all, once you've got it all in, it will go all into that box. But before I get started, I will do this part here first. I'll glue all this. So you've got your box, like with the way it's going to go in. So so if you're like, so just say this is the inside of your box, pop those little flaps down, and we're going to pop some glue. You can use whatever glue. You can use glue, you can use tear tape. It's completely up to you, but I like to use the glue. So I'm just going to pop a little tiny bit of glue, and if it ever comes out, might need to, okay, let's grab a wet one. Need the glue, I always need a wet one. So, okay, stick you over there so I don't damage anything with you. Okay, I tend to do that. Alright, so I'm going to, this time I seem to have glue dot backings everywhere. So my glue don't want to come out today. Okay, so I'm just going to pop glue onto that there, and now it decides to want to come out in clumps. And I'm going to do the same side as I go. You can do these one at a time, but I'm used to making these boxes now. So so we're going to take that. So we've got our top of our, that's our little flap that's going to close our box. So, and we've got the bottom part here that's going to be, we're going to pull those pieces up and we're going to glue them onto that piece there. So all we're doing is gluing, and I'll pick it up and show you what I mean in a minute when I get them all straight. Okay, so that's going to be the front of our box with where we decorate. So all we've done was we've glued those into to this part, and once we've done that, the easiest next part is all we do is pop a bit of glue on the inside of that one, and inside of that one. So once we've done that, all we're going to do now is just bring it up, and they're just going to sit on the outsides of those ones there. And that's as simple as that. It's quite easy. That one I should have went down a little bit more, but that's okay. And that one's going to come away. So there you go. That box is done. So, oh, and another thing I should have done before that's okay. I think I can still do that. It shouldn't be a hassle. So I like to just run that along, like I just rub it along the and there is my little box. So, but before I should have done this before I got carried away with the. So I'm gonna grab my trio punch, and I'm just going to hold that little flap in now because so I'm just going to pop it in the rounded edge, and hopefully that goes in there with. Actually, I'll just take that, and I'm just going to pop those little corners in, and I'm just going to round. I just want to round those edges. So, but I should have done this before I glued it together, but it's okay. And that one I didn't quite do. It's okay. He doesn't want to come to the party, that one. So I'm going to try that again. Make sure it's up in there. And for some reason that's not going to do that, but that's okay. I'm sure that my little grandsons are not going to really take much notice of that. They're going to be more interested in what's in the box. So I'm just cutting those down just so they slide in a lot better. And there you go. You've got that part. But we'll leave that open. So I'll pop that aside. So the next part we're going to do, thanks for liking and sharing, Christy. So the next part we're going to do is going to grab all our pieces, and like I said, I've already pre-cut all my pieces ready to go. So grab that piece there. So I've got a piece here which is 3 3/4. I think I'll just have a double check. Yeah, this piece here is 3 3/4. Just double check that. Yep, 3 3/4 square. And then I've just gone down a little bit. I can't remember what that was 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So that's going to be the piece that's going to go under this piece. And this piece here is just a tad, like it's 1/8 of an inch bigger than the garden green piece. So, and this piece here I've cut from the what was it called, Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper. So this has got some gorgeous paper in it. So I've cut that piece. So like that's 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. This piece here is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and this piece is probably like 1/8 of an inch bigger than that piece. So offhand I can't remember. That might be 1 1/8, 1 2/8. I'm not quite sure, but it's a bit bit bigger than that one. So you'll see, because you don't want to see this one poking through. So it's very just. So I'm going to grab this piece here first. Actually, I'm going to do my I'll do my cutting first. So I'm going to use my cut and emboss, so I can just cut that shape out and show you. So I'm just going to bring this in, and hopefully I've got it. So I'm just going to poke that through and just see if I've got it in view. So I just might have to bring that over again. So I'm just going to pop my white piece down there, and I'm going to use the this one here just cuts the shape out. It doesn't cut. What have I done there? Have I got too big of? Oh no, that's right. because it's just, and I'm just, this time I'm thinking I might take it to the side a little bit. I'm just going to have a look to see, so I might go off to the side this time. I just want to change it up a little bit. So, and so I haven't got that dead in the center. I've got it off to the side a little bit. So, and I'm just going to pop my my other plate on. So all I'm using is the number 1, the number 2, and both the 3 plates to do this. So all I'm doing is just cutting that, and I'll show you how well. Actually, I'll go back so you can see that. So I'm just going to take that piece and I'll pop that away over there so I don't lose that. I'm going to grab that piece off, and I'm just going to pop my cut and emboss machine back over there. So you can just see, I'm just going to grab my Take Your Pick tool. Actually, I did find my little brush. So I'm just going to take this off the end of my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to, actually, which one was it? It was that one. Okay. I've got to do some maneuvering now. Right, I'm going to unscrew that piece, and I'm just going to screw my little brush onto my Take Your Pick tool bit. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to run that through just to show you how easy those little pieces come out. And you can just see, I'll sweep them onto the floor because I've got a vacuum anyway. So I'll pop that back in there. I didn't need to take that piece off. So all you're going to do is you just see how quickly that come through. And so that's how we made that little bit there. So put all that back over there. So I'm going to bring in all those pieces again. So that's going to sit over top of that and that there. So I'm just going to grab this piece here for our stamping, and I'm going to grab just a little piece of this as well. So I'm going to do my reindeer first, and I did him in soft suede. So you're a little late, that's okay. So I've been chatting away here and forgot to look. So I'm going to ink my my little reindeer up, and I'm going to stamp him onto that white piece there. So the Whisper White, and that's all I need for that piece. So I'm just going to let him sit there and dry, and then I'm going to grab the actually I need that to do that as well. So I need to grab this piece, and I did that in Early Espresso for the like, looks like the little ground on the bottom. So I'm just stamping like the little ground there in Early Espresso. So, and that's all I've done was just put 2 little pieces of the ground there. And while they're sitting there drying, I'm just going to grab a stamp that says "Just for You," and I'm going to use the Real Red again, like I did in my sample, and I'm just going to stamp "Just for You." It doesn't matter if it's upside down, because I can actually, yeah, no, that's okay, I can do that. It was just a little bit rough on that side, but I'm quite happy with that. So I've got all those. While they're drying for a second, I'm going to grab my my classic label punch, and I'm going to cut that out. So I'm just going to line it up and make sure it's straight. It's hard to look when you're looking upside down, but so once you've done that, that's your little sentiment that's going to go on the front, and pop him there. And then I'm going to grab while that's sitting up there, I'm not going to colour all this in, but I'm just going to show you what I used. So I used light and dark crumb cake. I used light and dark real red, and I used the light basic black for his nose. And all I done was I just coloured in his nose black, and I do pop like a rhinestone on the top of that, and that's all I done with his black. That's all I done with the black. And with the dark crumb cake, I did just pop a little tiny bit up on his antlers. So, and that's all and I coloured his feet in with the dark crumb cake, and I'm just doing like the basic colouring. I'm not doing the shading and blending, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing with you anyway, because but I'm just going to show you what I done. And then I just, with my light one, the wrong end, with my light one, I just coloured all over, and then once I coloured that all in, and I just, like, I coloured all his face in. You could colour him in first before you do his nose, but I just wanted to do it really quickly because I didn't want to I wanted just bits where it was like they were like it was just like his fur on his and then with the dark and the light, I just went around the little here with my and that's all I done there. And then I just keep getting the wrong end, and then I just colored that in with the light. So I just went over that with the light, and you can do, I should have done a green one, so I could have had different boxes, but that's okay. And that's how I did that. And then once I done all that, I cut him out, and ta-da! See how quick I cut out that. So all I done was I cut him out. I didn't cut in there. He still had, but when he's on top of the white, you don't really see him anyway. So I cut him out, and then I grabbed a dauber, and I used the soft suede, and then all I just done was I went around and I just inked up all the edges of him, just to get, if you've missed any little white bits that because I cut him completely out. So, and I've got a little piece there, that I just want to snip off. So little furry pieces, but that might just add character to him. So that's what I've done. So I'm just going to quickly have hi Lisa, thanks for joining. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay, I'm just trying to get my Love Crumb Cake blends for animals, especially the owls. Yes, it does. I like that too. It was very quick, Christy. So there's my little and that's all I need to do with all the stamping and stuff and the cutting. And so now I'm going to bring in my box, and we're going to start assembling this box. I'm just going to make sure that that does sit in there before I, actually that side there doesn't want to, I think I know why that side is going, so I'm just going to give that a little snip because it's not even. So I'll try that again, and that's it. I'm happy with that. So try to get that out. I don't know if I'll play around with that after. So now we're going to grab this and we're going to start assembling our box, and we're going to pop that piece on top first. So we're just going to grab our glue and I'm just going to pop that onto the box, and it gives it like just a quarter of an inch. It does if you put it on right. That's why I like to use glue, because me and stick down don't seem to work quick enough. So okay, that's okay. I'm a little bit off to the side there, but that's okay. I'm not going to try to pull that up. So before you stick that other piece on, all I used was the playful label, the pretty label punch, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that into there. And all I done was I popped it to about, I'm just giving this just a little bit so I've got somewhere to loop out the, so I'm just like lining it up, and I put it to about there. If you've got a circle punch, it's easier, but I don't have a circle punch. And that's all I've done, is I put it to there like that. And then once you got it to where you liked it, you just punch it out. And I could have went over a little bit more, but that's okay. So that gives you your little lip bit now to so you know where to grab. But it's easier with a circle punch, but I don't have I have retired ones, but I don't show retired. So that's how I got my little and that's off to the side a bit, but that's okay. So that's how I got that. So now we're gonna before we glue these together, I got my Wink of Stella, and this is a trick that I learned from I think it was Christine, Cards by Christine. She's in the USA. I think that was her. On your garden green piece, all I'm going to do is I'm just running it down so like you was doing it in the shape of a Christmas tree. So if you can see what I'm doing there. So I'm just going down with my Wink of Stella, and all I'm doing is popping my gee, it's got a lot on this one. Okay, I need to get some of that off. See, I told you, me with Wink of Stella. I don't think I need any more on there, so lucky I had my wet one there. See, I'm sure I'm jinxed with the Wink of Stellas for some reason. I'm not putting any more on that. So, and the whole idea was not to squeeze, but then you'll see through there, and mine's quite glittery now. You'll see through where I've had to put the Wink of Stella on. So I'm going to glue that to that. So, like I said, it wouldn't be like crafting with Michelle if she didn't make a mistake. Do a boo-boo. It's not a mistake, it was a boo-boo. But it's actually a really glittery boo-boo. So all I'm doing now is I'll pop some glue, making sure that you've got it right up to the edges of there. So this is the back side of your, because when you cut it out, it does, the imprints are sort of pushed out to the back. So, but I'm just gonna and normally I'm the queen of the glue, like too much glue, but I think I'm going to be the queen of too much Wink of Stella. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to line that up over top of there so you don't have any of that green showing, and maybe that's an easier way to do it. and I don't know if you can see that, but you can just see the Wink of Stella through there. So, but and if you have missed any of the areas, because I got carried away, I'm just gonna go back in there and just run my, but it's easier to do it the other way than trying to poke in through like that. So, okay. Hi Jenny, thanks for joining. Put some, yeah, I will do that in a minute. I just thought I'd put that back there. I do put some around his neck and his bow, so I've missed the box making. We'll have to watch a replay on how to make that. It's pretty easy and pretty quick, so yeah, the replay will be nice. The replay will be there for you to so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that onto the box. So, and I'm just going to glue that too. So I like everything to be glued down because our little reindeer will be poking, will be sitting up on dimensional. So now I'm just going to try to situate that into the center. The reason why I cut this out first before I put this on, because I don't want to cut into there accidentally. So I always cut my my little piece out first, and that's looking pretty good. So I'm just going to open that, and I'm just going to sort of run my fingers in there just to give it a rub down. So okay, and you can do it with a block if you like, but so there you go. That is my that part of my card done. I don't need my glue anymore, so I'm just going to I will grab my scissors, and I just cut a little tiny piece off. I don't think he will sit under there. We'll see in a minute. I won't cut him off just yet. So I'm going to grab my little reindeer. Oh, there he is. So actually I might pop some glitter on him before. I might pop some on the other one over here, just to make sure he's not coming out in clumps. And he's not. So I'm just going to pop some glitter on here. So I do his bow with the glitter. Well, look, okay. He's going to have a really glittery bow, this one. My Wink of Stella's gone crazy. So he's got a really glittery one, that one. So I'm just going to pop him over there. I'm going to pop some glued dimensionals on top of him. So it's going to be nice and glittery, Lisa, very much so. So I'm going to grab my I need my large and my small dimensionals. So I'm just going to pop one up onto his face there. I'm going to pop one down near his bum. I'm going to pop one there. And I'm just going to, I've got a couple of the little ones cut. And they're just going to go down on his, if I put that on there properly. I'm popping it over the side. Okay, get back up there. So that's going to go there, and he wants to come off, that's okay. And then I'm just going to grab just a tiny little piece to go up there. So you can cut these, the little tiny ones, to and I don't put any up on his antlers, I just leave them. So I'm just going to take the backings off that one. And then I'm on the this little one here. I've already cut some little mini ones. Actually, you're going to have a look to see which side I'm going. Yep, that way. So I just need them on, just a couple on the end here. So, okay, and he's going to stick to me. I just want to get this all out of the way so you can just see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to grab all these backings off, and I've already taken that one off there where it's stuck to my finger, and there too. I should do that trick where colour them all in so you can so now I'm just going to pop him like he's just standing on the and I'm just going to pop him there, and then I'm working out I need to cut some of that off so I can slide under there. So I'm just going to cut just a little bit off that. I'm going to take the backings off these dimensionals, and I'm just going to slip him in to there. I'll slip him into there so he could have went up a little tiny bit more. Once you've got it where you're happy with it, push him down. And there is our, and I could have went over a little bit, but that's okay. I've gone too far that way. I probably won't get him up now. Oh yeah. Yay for me. Okay. And there, that is that part there done. And to finish it off, like I'll pop that lid back on. And to finish it off, I just use some, get rid of those. I use some bling, and I use the Real Red Basic Jewels, and yeah, that's all I use for that. So I'm just double checking. Yeah, so that's all I used, and so I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool, and I've put all that apart now, but I'll undo that. I need to buy another one so I can have one for one and one for the other. So I'm just going to grab my putty end. Mine seems to be all over the place, and I'm just going to grab one of those little ones, and I'm going to pop him on his nose because he's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer after all. And I'm just going to pop one there, and I'm just going to pop one up there. So there you go. So that is our quick little project today. Well, for me it's quick because, like I said, I've made heaps and heaps of these. So that's the one I've made today with you guys, with exploding part popped out there because that is too much. And that's the one that I made the other day. So, but like I said, I'll show you. I'll take everything that's in this one out. So in this one, I had like the two Hershey's, I keep the Reese's Buttercup, peanut butter cup chocolates, and I'm just going to pop them into. So this is the one we've just made, so you know that they're the same size. So all I'm doing is popping that in, and this is just a little, like a little sample bottle of Fifth Avenue that I've got. And that can pop in there as well, but you could pop more in there if you like. You could fit more in there. You could probably fit 2 perfumes in there. You could probably fit some socks in there. Yeah, so it's completely up to you what you do. You could pop, like I said, pop some cards in there, make a little card kit. So, but there you go. So my cute little project for today. So, and like I said, I love doing these sort of things. So I have done this in the past, but it's still one of my favorites that keeps coming back. So, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and like I said, I really enjoyed it. So, and I hope you come back tomorrow to see day 4 of like my 12 days of Christmas fun. So but, and as I said, like I'm going to say, don't forget to comment, and please share too, so so I can get out there and so others can see my creations too. But anyway, if you've got any questions, I'll have all the links below where you can contact me. If you would like to purchase a paper pumpkin today, I'll have the links down there. I'll include my phone number so you can give me a call or give me a text, or you can send me a message any way you'd like to do it. But if you're new to stamping, Paper Pumpkin Kit is a good way to get started. So, but anyway, I'm going to go, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.